Hi. I can create my number. 318-344-2249. 2249. Did it take it? That's me. Yes, ma'am. It's a EBT card.
I'll put this on the bottom here. How did you want to do the pizza? Is it?
I can carry it out.
Crush it.
Will you help me carry it out?
I sure can.
Well, thank you for being so nice.
In fact, you can ride that out, and I'll carry this, and then I get to ride that out inside.
Oh, you get a little break, huh?
Something like that.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll follow you.
Okie dokie. Well, it's just that little white car right there.
All right.
Not far. Yes, sir. You can just give it to me when I sit down.
Oh.
I'm gonna be in the front passenger seat, so. Alrighty, I'll take that and I'll put that on the floor, and then here, I'll take that.
Alrighty, I'll take it easy.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Well, they put a lot on that. Well, if you get to bleeding too much, Ron, make sure you go to the emergency room, because you don't want to sit there and bleed or anything. I went down there and I was doing all that bleeding. The doctor told me. She said, yeah, it's a lot of blood and concerns you, but we know that you're okay.
This Karen Field, we located one, but evidently I'm not on the right method to compare it.
Are you trying to do Bluetooth?
Yeah, I've located a Bluetooth, but it won't pair with it. So I gotta get a manual to locate. How to pair it.
You know, they got buses that run all up and down Uri.
Yeah. The Highland bus goes up to Southfield and then goes up down Uri to 70th and then turns down 70th and goes to Fern and then turns down Fern and goes to Burcoon and comes back to 70th and comes back around. The Broadmoor bus goes pretty much the same route, but it goes 70th to Mansfield, not Mansfield, to Burcoon.
Right.
It goes Burcoon to 70th, then it goes 70th to behind LSU and comes back out, comes down Uri back to Burcoon. one in that area somewhere too. Out that way. They take Fern. A lot of that's the street they take to go to Urias. They take Fern to a certain spot and then they turn. I think there's an operated turn on it. No, Southfield. They come out right there at Southfield. The Metro bus goes across.
You know the buses, don't you, Roland?
I used to ride them.
I used to ride buses all the time. I got to where it was so easy just to walk. It was closer than waiting on them. I used to walk.
Trouble with a darn bus, when it takes 2.5, 3 hours in a bus, you can do it in 5 to 10 minutes in a car.
Yeah, that's true.
The buses don't, unless you go on that's on the route, you're usually going to have to walk 2 or 3 blocks after you get off the bus. Like the Linwood in the morning, they got, I think it's 2 buses that go all the way up to 70th Street, and then they turn down 70th and go to the Goodwill, and then they come back around, and then go back and finish their route. They make that loop by the Goodwill. And they do the same thing again in the evening. I think there's one like at 9 in the morning, and one at 11, and then one at 2 in the afternoon, and one at 4, or something like that.
Right.
But there's only 2 buses, 2 different times, 4 different times that they go there.
I wish some of these brothers from another mother would go buy my house out in North Prairie Road. How long do you think they'd last before those white people ate them alive? Was it out booming their music the way they do and smoking pot in the yard? The DA probably lives out there. That'd be the funniest thing in the world to see. We went out there and I took Jake trick-or-treating out there. And, they were all white. I think there might have been 1 or 2 black families we saw. They were all white.
Well, up there around Ellaby Road, that must be all doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. Those big houses.
She left her front door open. That was her. She just left. We saw her turn on Alexander. Somebody else down there.
That's probably somebody. Maybe that she got somebody.
I thought I heard somebody down there when her car was there. And I wonder what kind of mileage she gets in that sucker. Okay, here it comes. See, no, that's not. It's a different bike. This is not that bike that we saw. Here you go. Would you grab the pizza, Jacob? There was somebody else at the library that had a bike about like yours. So we thought you were at the library. So we just kept on driving. And it's just got chrome and black in it, but the other one.
Remember, the other one was all chrome.
Right.
There wasn't no black on it.
That's right. I didn't think. Yeah, you still got the print and everything on yours. It was similar, but it's not the same. I texted you twice before 3, or at least once before 3, and once again. Did you check your text messages? Did you check your text messages? You didn't get a text from me?
Shut up!
What, you me let him out? Roland, you want him out? Well, there they go. Ain't no stopping them anyway.
you, Pete. You know better than to go over there. Get in the front yard.
Here, I'll go fix the pizza. Gizmo, what you been doing? Tearing up everything, is what it sounds like. I don't see any trash anywhere, but you've been raising the roof. Pizza in the oven. Take a few minutes to cook. Gizmo, be a good doggy. Alright, come on, Giz. Yeah, I didn't hear back from you. I sent you a text before 3.
I know, I rode my bike.
I told you to ride the bike home.
I did. And then you left while I was on my way home.
But it was 3:48.
And I was on my way home. It was 4 o'clock and I was on East Sizell. That's walk most of the way, just the hill.
Why didn't you wait until 3:35 to leave school?
Because I didn't check the messages until then.
We can't go and get your bike on the street to ride it.
Yeah, but I waited until 3:30 because I can, we're allowed to be on the computer still until 3:30.
Oh. You're a good chip.
But you could have texted me and asked me if I was at the library.
I sent you another text about 3:15 or so.
Wow. Yes. At 2:40, okay, you said ride my bike home after school, be careful. When you said that, I was already riding my bike, okay? Oh, no, I wasn't. 2:40, no, I wasn't. I didn't check my phone for messages until I was already outside. Around after 3:30. Oh. At 3:51, I was walking down East Sizell. And I was almost there. And you said stay there, and I'm like, what the fuck? I won't stay there. And then, after I said I'm almost there, you said, oh, I'm not home. I sent you a text saying I was almost home, and you left, basically.
I hadn't heard back from you, Jake, so I thought you just didn't get my message.
You didn't get my messages.
We left here. We left here just before 4.
And I was on East South Hill. You only went that way, you would have saw me.
I didn't see you on East South Hill.
I was on East South Hill.
Well, why didn't I see you there?
I don't know.
Did you see us?
No.
No, then we didn't see you. Well, you were on East South Hill at a different time than we were.
It was about 4 o'clock, and I was reaching the end of East South Hill.
We went to the library and I saw a bike that looked similar to yours. So I thought that was yours.
Wow.
No one thought it was yours. I wasn't sure. It looked a lot like yours.
What took you so long to get back?
We had to go pick up my paycheck from Subway.
I was like, it takes 5 minutes to get back in the library, and while I'm sitting here for half an hour. I was still rolling. Alright. They were rolling.
Good job. He said he had to go run an errand.
What, those all? I'll be go lucky now?
I guess. I guess if I went up to try to start the car and it wouldn't start.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, about then did something and it started right up. You got your project done? All turned in, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, progress report, which I'm not getting paid for.
Hmm?
I should be done a progress report, which I'm not getting paid for.
Well, you have to do.
I got 3 B's, what's for A's?
What did you do?
What?
What is this for A's then?
I don't know. Yeah.
Did you get the grades you expected to get?
Yeah. My, everyone got the lowest English grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had an 82 and 83 in English. This is B.
And honors, yeah, that's a D in honors.
What is that like? What is that in regular?
C.
Huh.
Talked to Jessica at Subway. She said she lost my phone number. And yesterday she told Alex to tell me that she had tried to call me over and over again and couldn't reach me. And she said I wasn't fired or anything. Gizmo she can't stand to see a squirrel run by, or a car. It just pains her to no end, not to be able to chase them. She starts whining and crying. She can't stand it. Isn't that right, Gizmo? Mockingjay opens Friday? Dang.
Oh. Well, there was an illegal search there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who conducted the illegal search?
Mr. Powell.
Oh, campus security.
He searched everyone's backpacks in this kid Jake's class.
Really? Why?
A missing workbook.
You thought someone stole the workbook?
It cost $15.
Really? What are you going to do, stand on the corner and sell it on the black market for 10? That's what you ought to do, steal workbooks and sell them on the black market for 10. If they cost 15, make $5. Well, you still make actually $10 because you get to pay for them. So I'm not seeing how that's really lucrative for somebody to steal. Do they think somebody really stole it?
When they searched the entire class's backpacks.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And they did not find it?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
And I told Ms. Sledge about it.
Yeah?
She said that whenever you walk onto a school campus, or when you walk in those doors, you do not have any rights.
That's not true.
That's why I don't.
She wants you to think that. I don't think you think that. So they'll agree to searches and stuff like that. They want to assert your rights. Schools always do that, but you do have rights.
Oh, I thought we were talking about natural rights
Uh-huh.
in social studies.
Oh, yeah.
And I said how in one of those is the natural rights to property.
Uh-huh.
What Ms. Jones believes is that since you're 19, you don't have rights. So what I said was this question was technically related to the topic because it was about natural rights. Okay. And I said, well, if it says natural rights to property, in the sense that whenever you're born, you have those automatically, does that mean that you have rights to property no matter what your age is because you were born with them? And she just went ballistic. I swear to God, she
Really?
did. Yeah.
What'd she say?
Oh, all this she said, like, now I know what you're doing. And she told Nick, Nick had and said, I will not answer your question. I refuse to answer your question. And all this shit. And I said, and she's like, is this even related to the topic? And I said, You're right, ma'am. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with the topic. I'll be quiet now.
What did she think you were trying to do?
I don't know. I told Miss Sledge about it. Miss Sledge said she thought I was trying to be smart or something.
Were you?
No. She thought Miss Jones thought.
Well, I wouldn't say things like that to her again because she might get really mad.
She's the one that screamed a lot.
She told y'all didn't have any rights?
Yeah, Miss Sledge said we don't have any rights. And Miss Jones said that we don't have any rights till 18.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you said that you have natural rights?
Yeah, that's what we were discussing.
Right.
Natural rights.
Natural rights. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Right to own property, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was she saying that to discipline you all? About telling you didn't have any rights?
No, she was just saying in response to my fights and shit. Yeah, well, you're not 18. You don't have any right to 18. You can't vote.
So it wasn't in context of a lesson. It was in context of a discipline issue.
How was that a discipline issue asking about?
Well, that was the reason why she made it an issue.
Yeah, she made it an issue.
So you should have tucked your head and you should have said yes, ma'am, and not
That's
said
what I
yes,
did. I said, yes, ma'am. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
She's not going to sit there and tell you the ins and outs of what your rights are on the school campus.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like in the context of the situation she had concerns about the class's behavior.
We're the Cambridge class. We never do nothing in her class. The other classes are maniacs.
Well, when you see a teacher hot and bothered like that, that's when you tuck your tail. Hide your balls. Don't say anything but yes, ma'am. Because the teacher's trying to regain control of the class and herself. She's trying not to lose control. So arguing the points of what your rights are is not an appropriate response.
Even when they're being denied.
Well, how was she denying your rights?
Well, she was blatantly saying that we have no rights.
Well, it's because she was upset about your behavior.
That gives her a right to tell all the other students in the class that like you don't have rights until you're 18.
Well,
She's trying to make us like firmly believe that or something. And we also asked her if someone touches you, it's an assault. It's not assault. And she's also said, well, you can't vote until you're 18. You're not 18. So.
well, it would sound like you're being a smartass to her if you said
I was
something.
not being a smart ass.
Even if what you were saying was legitimate and you knew that she was trying to regain control of the class.
I did not know she was trying to
Well, couldn't you tell from the behavior? You just told me you knew that it was in the context of a discipline problem as opposed to a lesson related to class.
No. I didn't really understand that part. But, okay.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Because she screams at everyone, every day. So her suddenly going ballistic isn't new.
I know, but you're only making it worse if you say something back that perpetuates the discussion.
I didn't. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
No, you didn't. You said you have natural rights.
No. That was at the beginning.
Oh.
After she went ballistic, I said, yes, ma'am. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet now.
Well. Sounds to me like she's having some issues and behavior problems. And is yelling because of that. I wish I could tell her what I learned, is that you can yell. But usually what happens when you yell is like spraying water on the fire while the water's spraying, while you're yelling.
Mm-hmm.
And people be quiet, and as soon as you shut up, they start talking again.
So, I was almost like about what she said about the keyboard thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she said how, to tell you that it's not how much it costs, or it's not that they can replace it cheaply. It's the ethics of the action.
Well,
Because they have something I'm going to get fingerprints.
I also told you that she might have been making a big deal out of it so that nobody would do it again. And you didn't tell her that I said that, and now she thinks I'm being a smart ass. She probably reached through that window and backslapped me while I was sleeping.
She's been teaching for 40 years. She's taught at Bird. She's taught at Magnet High. She's taught at Middle Magnet. She had 6 kids.
Shit, she ought to be teaching night school too then.
3 of them are grown.
Well, she's got 3 at home.
Yeah. And she has grandkids.
Yeah. She's got plenty to do. Wagging your tail at me, Gizmo, you give me those puppy dog eyes. Alright, Giz. You can have the rest of my honey bun. I better go check that pizza.
So what rights do students have in school?
You have your constitutional rights. There's no state government or state agency that has the right to violate your constitutional rights.
You do have the right to privacy. Okay.
You have the right to privacy. You have all the constitutional rights that all citizens have.
So age doesn't matter.
No, age doesn't matter. All citizens are born with their certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, right to property, and all those things. You have those as well. The school has to abide by the Constitution of the United States. No state agency, from the dog catcher to the sanitation crew to the school board to a teacher in a classroom, has the right to supersede the Constitution of the United States of America. That is an amendment to the Constitution, which is either the 15th, 16th, or 17th Amendment. It says no state or government agency shall have the authority to supersede the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah. I'm going to find a PhD that's going to say the exact same thing.
Right.
And I'm going to print out a 60-page doctorate on that exact same thing.
Right.
That includes the actual text and paragraph in the amendment. And I'm going to bring it.
Well, what's your point, though? What are you so upset about?
What I'm upset about is she's making all these students believe that it's okay to have all your stuff searched through, and you can't do anything about it, and you have no rights. And
well, I know that's not true because I've talked to sheriff's deputies about the search issue.
Yeah, and I told even McMahon was saying it, and McMahon, Miss Sledge, Miss Jones, Miss Carlson just doesn't even get into that conversation at all. She's a new teacher, but what else was it? Anyway, they're all saying this shit, and you can just tell by the way they're saying it that they know they're lying.
And the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to scare y'all so you'll not cause them any trouble. So they wouldn't be doing that if y'all were just peaceful little critters sitting in the classroom with your minds open to absorb the knowledge they divulge to you.
Well, I think because they want the school to look like a big badass.
Mm-hmm.
They have no limits, that they can do whatever they want. They find that if kids know that the school is restricted, and not even the school board can go past the U.S. Constitution,
Right.
then they're going to exploit it. That's what they think.
The way it works is with searches, they have to have probable cause to search you.
Mm-hmm.
And once that probable cause has been established, then they can search you without a search warrant.
Okay, well, probable cause be a workbook that costs $15.
If they don't have probable cause to search one particular student, then they have to search everybody.
Yeah, that's what they did. They searched the entire class. Not necessarily the grade, though.
Right. So that's he didn't do anything wrong then.
He did?
No. But I've seen searches, and I have done searches myself, not children's. I've never put my hands on a kid's clothing and searched their clothes or their belongings, but if all the kids point to one kid and say, he just stole Janie's Pokemon toy, then I would say, okay, empty your pockets. If I believe they were telling the truth, and that's what other teachers do. They'll say, empty your pocket, take your shoes off, let me see your socks, and they'll search their backpacks.
Is that legal?
If they believe that they have probable cause and they're, is justified in doing it, kids do stuff like that, and I think it's probably not legal unless they really, really, truly believe that it's true. Because most of the time when that's the case, the kids, if they're going to steal it and they're going to stick it in their pocket, a lot of times they'll say, okay, do you have it in your pocket? Because you know I'm going to find it. If we look for it and you turn your pocket, do you have it? And they'll say, oh, okay, I found it on the floor. I didn't steal it. I say, okay, give it back to Janie now. Or if they, because kids do stuff like that, and you just tell them to give it back. There's no reason to write them up or anything. It's just kids being kids.
Whenever I was like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry, child. It was so respectful and sincere, and then just started bursting out laughing.
I know, but that's probably why she may have been upset with you, because it sounds like bullshit, like you're pulling
No,
it.
she didn't know ballistic. Once I said that bullshit, she stopped being mad and all.
Well, that's good. If she bought it, that means it was sincere.
Oh, it was. Okay, here's what it was like. Ma'am, I'm sorry. You're right. It has nothing to do with the topic. I'll be quiet now.
Well, that's good. That's how you resolve a conflict.
I don't even give a shit.
You are empathizing with her position, and you are restating her position to her to demonstrate that you understand what her position is, and that you are going to comply with her request, and you agree and support her reasoning.
I honestly don't give a shit about her request. I just want her to shut the fuck up.
Right. Well, that doesn't mean that you're not admitting guilt in any way when you do that.
Yeah. Look later and look at that. Well, you're fake when you say it. I'm like, I know I'm fake, but it works.
Not until you don't resolve the conflict. The goal is to keep your butt from being kicked up between your shoulders.
There is no resolving the conflict in the show.
So be careful.
What?
Because if you sound like a smart ass, you might buy yourself more trouble.
But whenever I try to do it to other students, I sound like a smart ass. But whenever I do it to a teacher, I sound so damn sincere. But I'm not really like trying to be sincere, just like like automatically, just like control signs, automatically.